Hi everyone, this is Joanne Fink for Sakura, and I love color. And I'm really thrilled because Sakura makes wonderful watercolors that are in 3 different forms. They have tubes that I can do washes with. They have pans that I can do all kinds of painting with, and they have new koi watercolor brush markers that I can take with me and either letter or do watercolor on the road. I'd love to show you how all 3 of them work, so let's color. I'd like to start by showing you how to use the koi watercolors that come in a tube form. You need a palette, you need some water, you take your tube, and I push just a little bit of paint out in the palette. And I like to have a palette that has a lot of space so you can mix things in it. And I'm putting out paint that is really going through one part of the spectrum. So I have green, turquoise, cobalt, blue going into purple. And the next thing that is important to do is to wet your paint. So I'm starting with a medium amount of water. I'm just going to stir the paint up, and I'm going to keep a little bit of paint on the side because sometimes I want to have a little bit of paint that's not quite as liquid as what I've already mixed up. Between colors, I wash the brush off, and it's important to get the ferrule clean. If I went from the green into the purple, it would make mud. When I look at this color and that color, I think that that's a pretty big jump. And so what I'm going to do is mix myself up another color, and I'm getting a shade that's kind of in between. So I was stirring my paint with a round brush, but when I'm going to do the wash, I'm going to do a flat wash brush. So take a look at how I am applying the paint. I'm going back and forth, because my goal is to work the paint all the way up into the bristles. And then I can go across, and you can really see the beauty of the color. I've done 2 rows, and then I'm switching to my next color. And some colors come out more intense than others. And so I'm putting a little bit of water on my brush, and I'm going back to do a little bit of blending. If I feel that my wash is too dark on one side, usually the side I start painting on, then I might go back and forth like this, because it gives me the opportunity to blend the color better. I'm going to mix an intermediate color. One of the things I love about koi is that they're designed to mix. So this is what I consider a nice, pretty even, straight wash, and I would call this a bright or intense wash. But not every wash has to be that intense. This is a wash I did that I used a lot more water, so it was a lot paler. You can also do really large washes, and this is one that I did, and as I said, I love color, so here it is, bold and colorful. This is Sakura's sketch box. It's a field sketch box. And I love that it has, look at this, a thumb ring so I can wander around with my palette in hand. And I'm putting a drop of water on all my paints. And then I fill this whole area with water. And for brushes, I go right for the best. I like Winsor & Newton Series 7 sable brushes. They give you the best point and the ability to really work with color. This is a piece that I painted 3 years ago, and it's as vibrant today as the day that I painted it. which is not true with most watercolors. One of the reasons that I really like painting with koi, the color is vibrant. It really, to me, it sings off the paper. I have some yellow on my brush, and I basically am trying to fill as much of the area in as possible. And when I need to put more paint on my brush, I'm going into the next pan to get just a slightly different shade. And this is how you can do some really nice blending. I might just want just a hair of more fiery orange over here, so I dipped into the orange. So that's my star, and let's take a look at painting through the rainbow. And again, I want to get some interest into the watercolor. So while it's wet, I've put a different color, and keeping it pretty wet, I can go and blend image in here and the rest of the color down. Now I'm switching to a water brush. So I'm going to put some blue on the edge. And because there's a constant source of water in here, I don't lose the time going back and forth to get more water. Although I do still need to go back if I want another color. Ooh, I like that. So let's do another stripe of the rainbow. I'm putting some purple on my brush. Now I need a little bit more paint. I was thrilled to discover that koi watercolor actually comes in pens. These are some of my favorites because I'm a pink-purple kind of gal. And usually I have the 12-pack in my pocketbook along with a water brush. I start with 2 colors and I put one at one end and the other at the other end of whatever I'm painting. Since I want more of a washy effect, I just take my water brush and I water it down, and it gives me the most beautiful color, and they blend so nicely. I like that so much, I think we should do another one. A purple into blue. And I'm going into a blue. Ooh, what a pretty blue. And see how far I reach in? I'm really taking the water brush all the way on top of the marker color that I put down to water it down and make it blendable. But I love the way the colors blend together and work together. But now I want to show you my absolute favorite thing to do with the koi coloring brushes, which of course is lettering. The color is so beautiful. So if you'd like to see how to letter with the koi, stay tuned, and there will be a koi color brush lettering video coming soon. And if you'd like to know when I have new videos coming out, you can subscribe to Sakura of America's YouTube channel, and then they'll send you a notification every time they post a new video. So until then, have a colorful day.